You're right, guys, it's Mark, the Pits Morale. I've got a new microphone on. I don't know if it's working. It might want charging up, but listen, let's have a go at doing it anyway with this new microphone on. I hope you're well. I know you've all got over yesterday. It'll be a tough one, weren't it, for us Wednesday fans? A very tough one. But I'm not saying I definitely expected it, but I'm going to be honest with you, I quite expected it. That's why when I made the video on the Friday, I said, I hope we don't get hammered. I said that for a reason. But before I get into the match, I just want to address something. So, my son said to me, oh, Dad, someone's taped you off at Leppings at away end. So I says, oh, yeah. I said, to tell you the truth, I saw. So then he says, oh, someone called Chris. Not sure if it's wild or called you a name. You know, like a not nice name. My son's nearly 15. So I thought, all right. So, to tell you the truth, I thought, no, hurry. Probably a United fan, you know what I mean? Because when you put yourself out there, on social media or by any platform, you have to understand that not everyone's going to like you for whatever reason. And I think England's quite good with that. We big people up, especially sports people, and then we're good at knocking them down. So let me give you a little bit of brief story to this, yeah. So I updated some of you, and I said to some of you, yeah, about the ticket. I wished it was in I getting a ticket, yeah. But I could have got one on the Cop. I've always gone on the Cop since I started going in 1986, yeah. But I had 3 United fans in the away and they were saying to me, oh, go on Leppings Lane lower, go on Leppings Lane lower. But for me it was sort of a brave move, shallow I shouldn't have, because I thought this could go wrong. Because I know what's happened to a squad. No excuses, but there's a reason why the bookies, every single bookies in Great Britain, had Sheffield Wednesday favourites to finish rock bottom and get relegated. Bookies don't often get it wrong, so there's a reason for that. So I thought, and they knew that as well. I weren't stupid, I weren't daft. So I knew that it was going to be me who were more than likely going to be copping the stick. So yeah, but kept it to myself. So I went there, yeah, and when I started to mess about the gesture, what I was trying to say were, yeah, when I went like that, as I say, I've been on your pitch, 2001, you did nothing, blah, 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 just a little bit of banter, yeah? But when I'm doing a little bit of the punching and the kneeing movements, I was saying, that's what you're getting when I next see you. It was a joke. It was a little bit of fun. Banter, but get called nasty names, oh, it's a tramp. So, and all this lot. So my trainers, what I've got on here, yeah, I'm not going to show them. I shouldn't even be thinking, it's £200 trainers, yeah? But it's just pettiness, isn't it? It's just pettiness, yeah. But when you get it from United fans, I understand, yeah. I get it, yeah. But then when a Wednesday fan says it, and then says, oh, kids of Bell End don't represent me. Chris, let me make this clear, yeah. I do not fucking represent you. The pictures of you on a farm, on a tractor. I do not represent you whatsoever, yeah. I represent me, Mark Morehouse, yeah. That's it. That's all I represent. He got 25 likes. Maybe some Wednesday fans, maybe some United fans. But when I said to myself, what have I done wrong as a Wednesday fan? Let me have a think for people to criticise me. I've just said a minute ago, you know when you put yourself out there, people can always try and knock you down. That's just the way it is. But some people, yeah, my mate Stuart, he don't like it, yeah. And people, he takes it really, really and don't like it. Me, water off the duck's back. Listen, of course we care what people say and think about us, yeah. But in certain subjects, I don't. Because as long as my friends and my family know, yeah, the score, I'm pleased with that. You're not going to please everyone all the time. And you know, social media is very, very immature. It's a very, very immature platform, isn't it? Let's be honest. You can put on there anything you want. It goes into orbit. There's no comebacks, usually. And that's it. No one monitoring. I think they should be. I think you should give them your own images. But anyway, this Wednesday fan says don't represent me. So I thought, so what have I done if I want to get deep into it? So I run Radio Sheffield up for like 18 years, yeah, just to put the conversation back on Sheffield Wednesday because I loved them that much. Since then, social media is different people for me. I'll admit it, and I don't know it. When I was younger, I was a serious criminal. Not big, not clever, and I've always told people that it's not big. Did a massive prison sentence, yeah. Not big, not clever, yeah, at all. When I was in there, I was actually on the buddy scheme. So a buddy, you help prisoners what are struggling. with the sentence. And listen, I've got a big heart, me. I helped a lot of people from all walks of life, yeah, try and accept the sentences in long-term jails. So I've got an heart, yeah. What else have I done? So, but going on social media, I knew I'm dealing with people who aren't exactly from my background, from my similar sort of stuff, yeah. And I understand that. Yeah. But when my son's reading it and letting me know, yeah, I'm like thinking, well, fucking bring it, man, if I'm a bellend. Maybe I shouldn't, yeah. Maybe I should just rise above it, yeah. But when I think, well, what have I done wrong? And I think, well, after the Radio Sheffield thing ended, yeah, people were saying to me, oh, do a YouTube. Do you know what I mean? So listen, I've done it. And my TikTok, listen, it's been quite successful, especially TikTok. I enjoy doing it. Plus, it's my own platform. I can say what I want. Yeah, and that's it. But other than that, what else have I done? So in my younger years, I used to run with the Wednesday fucking firm years ago when I was 14, 15, 16. I'm knocking around with 18-year-olds when I was 14, yeah, for about, till I was about 20, yeah. So from being nearly 15 to being 20, I ran with them. Been on Omens as the away fan. Got quite a bit of proof going on pictures, yeah. All on my own, nobody holding my hand, yeah. But so mine's a lot of evidence, you know what I mean, yeah. But it's not to be big, it's not to be clever for. But when you're in that world, so when someone calls me that, oh, Isabel, and I'm thinking, well, what have I done wrong? Not done no wrong. Love Sheffield Wednesday, yeah. Not done no wrong. So I think it's that. I know it's jealousy. So let me answer you. So let me flick back to you, yes, Chris, or whatever your name is, yeah. And other 25 what liked him. They're probably the same people, yeah, what asked me for the selfies. So when I went to the game yesterday, yeah, I went to a routine. I don't usually go. I went to Hillsborough. I met my mate Carl on a bridge, yeah. We had a drink before the game, and I went to the game, yeah. When I was there, 5-6 people asked me for selfies. How many asked you for a selfie? And the other 26. I'm gonna have a guess. What do you think it is? 0. I'm saying 0. There's a lot of jealous people in this world. Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna put it straight to you now, yeah. If you think I'm a bellend, come and fucking see me. Come and see me man to man, face to face. And listen, I'll get someone to film it. You can bring your boys and all while you're at it, yeah? So that's me now, going down to your level. I'm a 49-year-old man, yeah? I don't really want it, yeah? But just to prove, yeah, I'll film it. And I'll get, because, believe me, I've got a big black book, yeah? So you can bring whoever you want to bring. And I'll guarantee you, yeah, that you'll come off losing. Yeah, so if you want me to come down to your level, which I don't want to do, yeah? But go on, I'll play your little game, yeah? You come, yeah, with your tractor and your other 26 lights, yeah, and I'll prove to you what a bellend I am. I don't wear no mask. This is me. Everyone knows me. So when I'm out and about, yeah, I'm just me. I don't have anything. But you know when I'm out with my son, yeah, and I go in certain areas, yeah, I might take something with me because you never know, do you? You never fucking know. And I'm not doing a full 5 years behind the door to come out here and let some little fucking kid have a go at me, or so you can say, oh, I fucking hit the pitch more out, yeah? Mate, you're going to get something put it inside of you if you fuck with me, yeah? Especially when I'm with my son, yeah? So I understand who I am, yeah? And I understand how immature football can be, do you know what I mean? And everyone knows me, yeah? But I got my son, yeah? You try and be a big man, yeah? You're going to get something put straight inside you, and that's just it. Yeah, that's just it. So, but that's maybe me going down to their level. But I'm just putting it out there. Do you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I'm not no big man. There's loads of people out there bigger than me. Loads of people. I'm 49-year-old now, way past my prime. Yeah, I'm just a football fan like anybody else, but what's got a bit of different past to everybody else. With evidence, do you know what I mean? Not big, not clever. You know what my missus has said to me, and she always says it to me. You know you, Mark, you never ever big it up. She says, you always say, when you talk about your sentence, mugs game, yeah? Don't do it, destroys lives. And I stick by that. Yeah, but I don't know, social media is very, very cowardly, isn't it? Very, very cowardly place. Do you know what I mean? But I just think it's sad when your own fans are jumping on bandwagon, you know, against one of your own. I get we're all hurt. Listen, I'm fucking hurt too. Of course I'm fucking hurt. But you know the Wednesday fans who I feel sorry for? I'm going to be honest with you now, yeah, who I really do feel sorry for, yeah, was a lot yesterday who were asking for selfies, yeah. Young kids, man, they've seen no but fucking shit. They have seen nothing but shit. And mate, bad shit. I'm going to be honest with you, yeah, I was very, very lucky. But at the time, you don't really think you were, do you? I was lucky. So I've been to 3 cup finals, Europe. I even went to Kaiserslautern away. Washington finished 3rd, 5th a few times. In a really, really good team. Seen us win a major trophy. I didn't take them for granted. I didn't ever take them for granted. Never did I take them for granted. But I took the top Division 1 for granted. Yeah, I did. Because we were in it for like, what? So I started going in 86. But I always followed them from being really, really little. But I didn't have anyone to take me. Do you know what I mean? So I had to tune in. With it Robert Jackson on Radio Sheffield. And I'll never forget, he used to play a song, didn't he? Yeah, to make Wednesday score. No, to make one of the teams score. And he played this song and it always worked. And I'd run downstairs and say, Mom, Nana, Wednesday scored, Grandad, Wednesday scored. I don't know what it was, man. I was just hooked with him. I just love him to pieces. Do you know what I mean? And so when I got to like 86, my mum used to give me brother about £4 I think it was a £5. And he was £2 for him, £2 for me. It was 2 pence on buses in Sheffield, 2 pence. And we used to come from Giegler's Valley, yeah. And then we'd have something to eat and then we'd go to Hillsborough. And what I always loved about Hillsborough is, so I'd see Sheffield United Stadium a lot of times because I'd go to town, city centre here and we see it. But when I went to Hillsborough, it was a day out. It was something I didn't ever see. And his ground was just amazing back then. It stood out, we're like, woof. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, really, really remember them days. So yeah, but jealousy is a terrible thing. It really is. I've seen it with Tango. I've seen it with Tango. Do you know what I mean? I really have. People call him, but he's always behind his back, and I think, man, what's he done wrong? All right, he takes his shirt off, he gets people going. And I'm going to be honest with you, yeah. So let me get on to the game now. Yesterday. So when I was going to the ground, we were stood on Hillsborough, and I took a picture and I put it on my X, and I said Hillsborough's packed. Do loads on Hillsborough, yeah. And I got a negative atmosphere and all, yeah. And I'm not exaggerating. You look at that video, there were close to maybe 1,000 people there, yeah. If United fans would have gone through there, because United aren't idiots, it'd have been a lot of trouble. So I think the police diverted them, maybe Penistone Road, I don't know. So anyway, I get to the Leppings Lane end, and I'm going into the ground. Mum and Dad's grave, Knox's count. Folks are there. Just folks are there. It was so fucking poor, I thought, what? So I turned round and to the kid there, yeah. So I fucking gone to hit him back. I'm going to be honest, it didn't really connect that good. I like scuffed him, and then he run behind the policeman. And mate, I just got, so his police probably recognise me, do you know what I mean, yeah? Whatever, I didn't have no clothes on, but if you're going to hit somebody, yeah, so you know, put your shoulder into it. If it's a jab, at least do it with your shoulder, or if not, twist into it. Get your power from your legs and twist your hips. Mate, that was the worst punch I've ever fought off anybody. And afterwards, he'll know who he is. I was laughing at it, laughing. Now mine just scuffed him, yeah. And it was pathetic, do you know what I mean? But listen, I'm not about that, me. I'm not about them. Them days have been and gone, and it's done. But I'm not going to have somebody, yeah, when I'm not looking for it, yeah, at all, yeah. And I just went as a fan, dressed like I am now, but with my cap on, yeah. Do that without getting repercussions. Do you know what I mean? Because like I say, I'm 49-year-old, I'm no big man. There's loads of more people what can deal with me. Loads of them out there. Do you know what I mean? My prime's been and gone quite a while ago, yeah. But so I'm not about football violence. I'm not about that. Them days have been and gone. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, let me get into a football match, yeah. So anyway, I sat down, but that didn't really change my mood. I was more laughing and taking piss, to be honest, yeah. And I was glad that I sort of called in one back. But like I said, mine sort of scuffed. So yeah, but that's by the by. Like I say, a lot of my mates are United fans, and I'm not about that. Yeah, them days have been and gone. So I went on the Lippins Lane end. Straight away, I clocked my mates up in the tier 8, yeah. So, yeah, I'm doing it, sweetheart, I'm just doing this, yeah. Give me 2 minutes and don't interrupt me. Well, I'm in my groove. So our lasses here, Sharon. Yeah, so, so fucking, that didn't put me off, so I get there, but when I'm waiting at the ground, when I saw the team sheet, yeah, I feared it. I saw Ubbo up front, and I thought, oh, God. He hasn't played well for us since West Brom, when we beat him a few years ago to stop up. Yeah, against West Brom. Another big game. I think there were about 33,000 at that one, yeah. That was the last game he showed up at. So my heart sort of dropped then. I thought we started off alright, a better team for the first 5 minutes. After that, United, I'm trying to clap my hands. I thought United were a way better team. Way better team, I really did. I think Chris Wilder had it to a... See, it's an emotional game, isn't it? And you've got to expect it, yeah, but United were a loads better team. They really were. And so then they scored the goal. So I didn't want to lose. Anyone was saying to me before the game, would you take a draw more? Thought I'd snap your hand off. Yeah, snap your hand off. Yeah, but because I knew, but listen, no excuses. It's still a Sheffield derby. It's still football. We could have still won. They're not in miles different league than us, yeah. So I'm not going on that narrative. I can remember in '92 when we finished third, if we'd have beaten them home and away, we'd have been champions of England, but United stood up and they beat us, yeah. I think that we showed them far too much respect, yeah, and I think they were a better team. But also, I want to this point and all, I don't think that we've got the players. Well, I know we haven't got the players to beat them. I know we haven't, yeah. That squad's been ripped to pieces. Against Norwich, their worst team I've seen at Hillsborough all season. Yeah, second, Oxford. We should have probably won both games. Oxford, maybe draw. Norwich, we should have beat them. Yeah, 1-0 up, chances of chance, don't take them. Big chance, miss, and then they wouldn't score. And at the end, they could have won it. Yeah, so, like, a squad's in a bad way. But United were way a better team. They were way better team. Every time they went forward, looked like they were going to score. And is it Brewster? He looked really, really good. You know what I mean? Really, really clinical. He looks to me like if you give him 2 chances, one's going to win back at net. Do you know what I mean? But listen, I thought United were really, really well. Listen, we were poor. Yeah, but you've got to come out and you've got to talk truth. You have got to tell the truth. Yeah, it hurt me to get beat like that at home at Hillsborough. It really did. I mean, I remember looking at the scoreboard and it said 2-0. I was like, oh, do you know what I mean? But 2-0 would have sat better with me, but to lose 3 at home, I think 3-0 at home in the derby is a hammering. 4-2 wasn't, yeah, but 3-0 at home is a hammering in a derby. Yeah, we've got excuses. I get all that, yeah, but it's a derby game, yeah. All can happen. So you've got to give it to them. And well played to United. I went being bitter after the game. I text to me United pals to enjoy the game. They ripped me up Lippins Lane end when I was at the front. But I went there knowing that could happen. Do you know what I mean? But I just thought that United were a better team. I mean, you have to understand that this was a team. Let's be honest, yeah. If the Championship rules had been played in the final against Sunderland, they'd be in the Premier League now. Because that second goal, yeah, they wouldn't have had no VAR, would they? Yeah, they wouldn't have had it. So they'd have gone up. So you have to understand this and all. We bang on about attendances, yeah. And do you know the reason why I do it? Because it's the only fucking thing what we've got to be proud of. I mean, yesterday live on TV, bad times for years. I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen nothing like this. Nowhere near close. It's been horrible, hasn't it? It's been horrible, heartbreaking. Almost 33,000 there. Well, what? 2,000 away fans, 2.5, whatever. Live on normal ITV, that's brilliant. But I just want to stop talking about attendance, and the reason why I do it is it's only thing what we've had to like say well done to fans. But we just get let down constantly. Yeah, but it's a club what I hardly no money spent on it for a very, very, very long time. Do you know what I mean? So I think you've just got to come out and be better than that, man, and say United were by far the better team. By far the better team. Yeah, and we have to hope that we get fucking a good owner. But yeah, but it hurt, yeah, it fucking did. I'm going to be honest with you, when I walked out of Hillsborough for them first and I looked back, United fans, if they watch this, they'll get it. They can just imagine if it were the way around. I don't think that they've lost to us in a derby by that bigger score at home, have they? I can't remember it. Do you know what I mean? But when they have lost and they walk out and they gutted, like when Marcus Tugguy scored, so they can imagine walking out of Bramall Lane with us beating them and how they'd feel. Felt to me for a few moments like I've just been sentenced to that big sentence again. Really were devastated, you know, because it's. Before a game, you have hope, don't you? You still have hope. You think, you know, this is possibly, it's a derby, oh, it could happen. And you're positive, aren't you? But do you know when it happens? It's like being on remand when you're awaiting sentence, yeah, and you still got a fighting chance when you're on remand for months and you're thinking about your sentencing date, but you think, you know what it is, yeah? Maybe I could get a result. Maybe this could happen. Maybe they might drop charges, yeah? But then when it actually happens and you're sentenced, and the reality hits you, and you get your EDR under the door, which is your earliest day of release, and you can just see jail for years and years and years and years ahead. It's horrible. And that was sort of the case yesterday when I come out of Hillsborough. It hit me what had just happened, and it was horrible. Really, really were. Listen, I took it bad. I really did. But not as bad as what I thought I was going to take it, do you know? Because I sort of understood. I think everybody else did. We've been talking country about what's happened to his team, getting ripped out of it. But they just didn't perform, did they? They just did not perform. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to say that they bottled it, isn't it? I don't think they did. I just think that they're just not good enough. I saw Dan Fudge after the game and he says, Mark, we haven't got the players, here we are. And do you know something? I think that's about right, we haven't got the players. Do you know what I mean? But United stood up, yeah, they managed the game, Wilder managed the game, they knew it was going to be emotional, they knew what to expect, all those fans baying for blood, yeah, and they were just a better team. And I think as Wednesday fans, we have to accept, this is why I feel sorry for the young ones, because when I was younger, yeah, Wednesday dominated this city. I'm going to be honest with you, United were rubbish. We were in First Division, what were Premier League, and listen, we didn't just come straight back down. We were there from 15 to 16 years, with the cup finals, with Europe, and chuck all that in. But you know what it is, yeah? I've seen that, but the younger fans haven't. And I feel sorry for the younger fans most. But I'm sick of reminiscing about, going on about them days now, because it's old news, but we have to accept that United now dominate this city when it comes to football. They've been best team for probably, what, 12 years? They're not a very good team. They're struggling like what we are. Even when they were in Prem, they come straight back down. At least in our glory days, we were actually a good team, yeah, but that's past, and it's been past a long time. Do you know what I mean? And in the whole deal of things, that don't really matter. Only thing what I get pleased about is how good our fans are in bad times. I think our fans are amazing in bad times when we've seen others on. But where do we go from here? I think we just have to hope and pray that we don't expect A, B and C and get D. I think we really have to hope that. But I don't think that'll happen. I think Chris Wigfield, I think he'll make sure that we don't get somebody here. Well, listen, he told me highest bid, but he says whoever does it, yeah, if I think that it's best but not highest bid, I'll go back to him and say, do you want to improve your bid? But I think we need to hope that someone comes in with a 5-year project, not just here just to make a few quid. A 5-year project, yeah, what has a vision and what has a plan for the club and for the future of the club, where we get academy, money put into academy, whether it's ground. Listen, I don't want to leave Hillsborough at home, but we can all be fickle, can't we? Morehouse included, mate. Pittsmore included. When I walked out of Hillsborough yesterday, I thought, if it means being successful, we have to leave Hillsborough, yeah? I think most younger fans do, who haven't really seen the history, but the older fans, like me, do. I mean, I can remember 1997, Middlesbrough versus Leicester, League Cup final replay. I think that was maybe one of the big games. I think that was the last game at Hillsborough after the Euro 96, yeah. We've seen it, and I think the younger ones what haven't with their own eyes, but I have seen the history of Hillsborough. I think if it means leaving and it means just kicking on as a club, I don't want to. I'd rather see Hillsborough redeveloped. I think I'd go for it, because it's been too long now, hasn't it? It's been too long that a massive club like this, and we are massive in tough times, yeah. Since Chancery's gone, you know, we've had nearly 28, over 28, and nearly 33. This is a club what's been had its heart ripped out of it 12 points off bottom of the league. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you say. That needs applauded with the most expensive tickets. And I think we've got respect. So yeah, we just need to hope now that we get good new owners what have got a plan and a vision, because for far too long now at this football club we're talking about the past for far too long, yeah, and attendances, yeah, because that's the only thing we've had. So going forward, we need to hope is it 5th of December that we get some good news and it happens. Do you know what I mean? Because yesterday, yeah, it were two teams what were near to the bottom, and I think if we'd have been a decent team, yeah, we could have beat them, and I think that's why we're so disappointing. But if you realise about football and you understand it, yeah, we could have 1 million fans in that stadium, 1 million. Pep Guardiola there, yeah, best manager in the world, but you're only as good as your players on the pitch. You are only as good as them. So big kudos to United, yeah, well done to them. Saying that, yeah, but we have to accept that we're second best in this city for me, and I think everybody else went down country. We know that we're the biggest club, but I want to be best on pitch and we're not, yeah, and we haven't been for a very long time. I think the jealousy and the infighting with us fans needs to stop, because it's still going on now, and I think that's all been started by Chansiri. Yeah, I've seen it with that other Simon, which is sad. Just fans still fucking infighting, and I know there were a lot of upset people yesterday, including myself. But when I'm having a little bit of banter with somebody on Leppings Lane, I didn't expect that off my own fans. Do you know what I mean? And listen, I apologise if I start a video I went down to his level. But like I say, how many selfies did people ask him for? 0. 5 with me, and that's not being big or clever, but I think it's because people know that with me it's not talk. They've seen evidence just a little bit of when I was younger, yeah. But them days have gone, yeah. I'm a family man now with my son. Do you know what I mean? But I love my football and I love my boxing, so that's about it. So yeah, take care everybody, and listen, I know we're all gutted, yeah, but let's just try and think positive. Stop the fucking infighting. Let's try and think positive, yeah, and let's just hope and pray that we get good owners, because that could change the mood. And you know something, guys, if one club deserves it, it's Sheffield Wednesday. I'm just a normal fan like your guys, that's it. Or we're fucking daft enough to ring Radio Sheffield up and stay on it for all them years and got 0 loyalty back. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's it. Alright guys, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Subscribe to me on YouTube and TikTok at Mark the Pitch Morale. Take care guys, bye.